So this one is about what you may have been hearing. And again, this is if you are semi-new, and I consider new even like the last 10 years. Let's talk about robo-signers. So what is a robo-signer? If you don't know, that means you have not been contacted by somebody presenting you with this, which is great and good for you. So a robo-signer basically means you're trying to scale your business, right? Because someone got you a merchant account and you only got a limit of $50,000 or $100,000, but you just got out of affiliate summit or traffic and conversions, and you're high on all the endless possibilities of doing $5 million a month, right? But you also know that you only have right now you're kind of taking from Peter to pay Paul. So right now you're using all your revenue you make to spend on marketing, to spend on ad, to spend on everything, right? Infrastructure, whatever it is. And what you're forgetting is that this is like getting a merchant account is like getting a mortgage, right? You are going in and you're saying, hey, I want a $3 million house, but everything else, including my income I make and everything else, I really could only afford a $250,000 house. And then you're getting mad at the bank saying, wait a second, but I'm a great internet marketer. I want to grow and I have a great offer. I want to grow and I should be able to process any amount I want. Well, that's not the case. So what happens is you have people out there who, again, this is nothing new. This happened a long time ago, and I'm going to be able to share with you all of the really incredible, dangerous lawsuits and people who are in jail now because of it, or got out or still there, who are going into jail because they went around and said, I'm going to get this signer for me. And they went and they paid somebody to be a signer on their merchant account. This happened a lot in nutraceuticals, went out and paid a signer to be on their account. Let's call it and again, if it's a friend, family member, whatever, it's a very, very gray area because, and I won't talk about it on here. We all know people have signers, but you don't go around and you don't talk about it, right? You don't go promote it. You don't work with somebody who tells you, yeah, we got a service that could get you a bunch of signers. Run from people like that. I recently, unfortunately, heard a conversation where the person called me and said, yeah, it's great. I have a service. Someone brought me into it where we basically get people to be signers on merchant accounts. And I said, what did you just say? You're literally the person facilitating fraud against the banks, against people. I mean, those people end up that's what happened in the past. Those signers ended up having IRS problems. It's an absolute mess. There's a way. So if someone comes to you and says, listen, you need a signer because you want to be able to scale, and this person can get you, we'll present it as a startup, and then you could get another $200,000, $300,000. I'm here to tell you this based on history, and you can go ask the industry veterans of the world. When you have signers, you have a financial obligation to that person. So when they come to you and all of a sudden, let's say you blow up their merchant account, and this happens, right? So, and this is a true story. They were a signer on your merchant account, and so you could process transactions, their bank account, you're actually a co-signer on their bank account. That's how it works. And that person, your offer ends up blowing up and they get TMF, so terminated merchant file. And now they get a notice from their other bank because their yoga studio can no longer accept credit cards because that person has been put on the match list. Now a lawsuit's filed against you. You also have a police report has been filed on people before who had facilitated signers or who had a signer for their offer. It is an absolute mess. So if you are thinking about getting signers, I really implore you to have a conversation with me first, because there's a way to set it up properly where you can scale. Get funding for your business and fund your account with revenue before, go out and get a loan and put that money into your account to be able to scale your business. Because when you're presenting a file to a processor and you can show that you have $200,000, $300,000 in your merchant account, they're going to they feel a lot safer letting you scale. So that's just kind of the issue on the robos and the signers. Stay away from them at all costs. And now I'm going to get into a subject that I know everyone is going to hate, but once you hear the logic behind it with reserves, you're going to understand it. I have these conversations day in and day out. And once you actually understand the importance and why a reserve is something, look at it as an addition to help you get more revenue, you will look at it in a completely different light. So on to the reserve conversation.